I am nothing short of fascinated with the transmogrification, the evolution, the changing, the shape-shifting of CNN and the prototypical historical heritage usual media that we know. I am beyond nonplussed, gobsmacked to an extent over how things are changing drastically. And there's two reactions I have to this. Number one, regarding Mr. Chris Licht, who was stewarding the helm of CNN. First, you are in one unique position. Why is that? CNN is the lightning rod. CNN, and by the way, for those from my generation, around 80-ish, right around that early 80s, when CNN became CNN, it was the greatest thing anybody's ever seen. Larry King! There's never been anything like Larry King ever. 9 o'clock every night, appointment, Larry King, Bernard Shaw, Peter Arnett, that other one. It was something else. During the Gulf War, it was CNN. This is CNN. Oh my God, it was it. And Ted Turner was a genius. Ted Turner, who came along and said, I'm going to start my own network, and I'm not necessarily going to follow the same rules. I may not start exactly the top of the hour. I may go 5 after. This was at the time of cable, which was the greatest thing in the world. I remember I saw WCW Wrestling, Superstation, WTBS, Gordon Soley, my hero and friend, on Georgia Championship Wrestling. It was fantastic. It was wonderful. And then CNN was, plane crashes. That was it. If it was serious, put on CNN. CNN. It was it. Nobody could get near it. Every person was like from Central casting these Cronkite-esque types. And then, I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. It became the lightning rod. It became I don't know what it became. And I'm not saying that's fair. And I'm not necessarily lauding that fact. But certain acquisitions came. Chris Cuomo. Don Lemon. Brian Stelter. And you might like their opinions. It wasn't news per se, but something happened a la Fox. It was these two countervailing positions, Fox and this. And, oh my God, what do we do? Where do we go with this? Oh my God. Well, we don't know, but it's fascinating. And then something happened. Fox, in terms of the business model, just took off. I just heard recently regarding this Dominion case, you have $8 billion in cash on hand. $8 billion? What? And CNN, remember CNN Plus? They didn't even start. They didn't even put remember in the old days how they would paint the name of the company on the glass? But nothing. It's gone. Gone. And I didn't understand why people were clapping. Yeah. I said, wait a minute, those people have jobs. They're innocent people there who are line producers and folks. They have nothing to do with politics. It's just their job. What are you so happy about? And it got to be really serious. This enmity, and you can quote me on that. How do you spell that? I don't know. And with Dominion, people were just clamoring. They wanted to say, Fox, pay up. This is the end of conservative. Well, I don't know if it's the end of it. When did it become? How did it come like this? Whatever happened? Anyway. So now, Chris Licht, this poor guy. I mean, and you read these stories. I don't believe whatever. And there's a walkout, and the rank and file are screaming, "What are you doing? What are you doing, Chris Licht?" I don't know. What are you doing? Okay. Well, I think this is one of the most brilliant moves ever. Did you hear this? The quotes are fantastic. The quotes from CNN itself. One of the ones, I love this. Charles Barkley says, I want the show to be non-political. You know, Gayle King is going to be a straight shooter. I'm going to be a straight shooter. I know she's going to be fair and honest. And you know I'm going to do the same thing. What does that mean? I don't know. I think that decorum and courtesy and kindness always work. Okay, don't scare people with these promises of politeness. For whatever you do, please don't do this. Be very careful. Don't do this. I know people want to do it right away. They love so much. We're gonna show each other the love and respect. They say, well, don't, within reason. Within reason. Don't go too crazy on this. A little bit of a okay. So all I'm saying is, look, good luck and see what happens and whatever. What I'm telling you is that this is one of the most brilliant moves because people are going to want to tune in just to see it. Don't you love it? I mean, when they say, I want to be non-political, one could, be a bit sarcastic and say, well, it wasn't, political before. Why should it be now? Ha, ha, ha. But it's brilliant. And this goes to show you the fact that things are changing now. What used to be considered the news, throw that model away. It's completely different. Capiche? Completely, totally different. Everything, whatever you thought, whatever your ideas were about, whatever, it's done right now. And let me tell you where the real future, not even the future, the reality is here. You're looking at it. Not necessarily me. No. This. You're seeing, I'm sorry to say, the last vestiges of a medium, of a format. Think of it as, dare I be so cruel, in some respects, as a star who burned out years ago, thousands of years ago, whose light has not reached us. But you still see the star, but it's not there. It's not there. You remember it. The light hasn't hit you. And to the people, I want CNN and everybody to obviously keep working. I know this sounds Pollyanna-ish, or Pollyannish, I guess, but I think the more opinion, the better it is. Give me something to bounce off. Give me something, just because I don't necessarily care for it. Here in New York, we have every conceivable type of cuisine you can imagine. 8 different variations of Mexican, from Oaxacan to Sinaloa to whatever. And whether you like or don't like Mexican food, the very fact that there's a multiplicity of flavors and ideas and cuisines means a good culinary world. And so I like the same thing with opinion. I may not watch it, so what? My opinion, my views are rather unique, rather sui generis, so consequently I look accordingly to what I find interesting. But what we are seeing right now is something that I'm telling you is going to be sheer genius. They're going to be watching this. And this is also, if this even remotely works or is perceived to be working, you're going to be seeing this everywhere. Everywhere. A complete and total refabrication, a transmogrification, a reformulation, a reiteration of everything that you thought news programs was all about. So keep an eye on this. Let's wish everybody good luck. I mean this. I mean this sincerely. The more opinion, the better we are. All right? Terrific. Now, as long as there are no more competitive competition food shows, cooking competition shows, those are the bane of my existence. And they are an example that society is imploding. In any event, have a great and glorious day. Don't ever change and mean that sincerely. And comment as you see fit.